the final time in the 2025 SKUSA Pro Tour. Pro shifter is green. A clean getaway and a massive hole shot for the big guy. Danny Formal leads out of turn number 3. Bujdoso right to him though, bringing the fight all the way down to turn 4. Morgatto looking to go down the inside with Russo, and side by side for the Carblos machines there. Conquer on the outside, Musgrave on the inside, Russo to 3rd, Musgrave into 5th, and there is the points leader Irwin around the outside in the cell tower as they drag race. Kyle Wick is going to get both of them now.
Nice move by Wick to be able to make the pass as they make their way on through. One driver off, oh my goodness.
Irwin, Irwin off the racetrack at the kink here in the first lap. He's able to gather it back up, but he'll be vulnerable now down in 12 as we check in with some of the rest of the field through the pack. Here's the blue helmet there, Irwin in the 6, slotting in line just in front of Brent Cruz. He was staring down a 6th place. Now where does he fall as he rides in line as they rocket down the front straightaway? Here's a look outside of Conquer and Myers. Nowhere to go there and no gap. They were not going to give him an inch. And the same could be said right here. Morgatto knows to win the title, he's got multiple factors that need to fall down the back straightaway. Problems for Irwin. The points leader has a problem, and a mechanical failure takes the kid out down the long straightaway. He was battling with Josh Conquer for the 9th position, and the championship hopes go up in smoke.
Unbelievable to say the very least. And Irwin full of disappointment in the steering wheel right now.
It would have been an incredible story. He's 44 back. Even if he got to the lead in the win, he'd need the fastest lap or for someone else to get to the bumper of Musgrave and shuffle him back to 4th or to 5th. And here he goes. Morgatto for 2nd over Formal. Consider it done here as we work down the long straight towards Bujdoso. Mateus Morgatto and Andrew Bujdoso have already had one meeting this year. It was not all too nice. Let's see what things look like now as the number 1 bears down. Musgrave looks okay, maybe not super strong as Wick closes in. Bujdoso covering low. Here we go. Morgatto to the lead. Over under from Bujdoso, and he'll feed him a wheel on the exit.
Pushed him off into the grass just about, got some right side tires into the green stuff.
So P6 now for the number 3. He's still not out of it yet as Kyle Wick is looking to shuffle Musgrave back down the straight. Billy's going to let him go. No shot in the championship, but Kyle Wick is still trying to stay inside that leader circle fund.
The moment of saying, I don't think we're closing up fast enough. Morgatto with a big dive, able to make it stick through 4. What a send. Contact right back.
Bujdoso puts the chrome horn to Morgatto, and now they're stacked up behind the 78. He will not be denied, and whether or not clean or dirty, it doesn't matter. It would only end up bringing a penalty to the 78 machine. Josh Conquer is closing in as well if he can continue to put some laps now with a gap as Formal. High, low, inside, turn 18. New leader, the big guy, Danny Formal takes over.
And you see the replay on the right side, just a little bit of contact on the entry through 5 and 6. Ends up sending Morgatto wide. Able to stick it despite going to the marbles. Now he's got Bujdoso lined up, giving it a little bit of contact back now through 4. Trying to find a way to move his way quickly. Gavin Bailiff currently controls that 10-point swing. He swings his way to the inside. Able to pass Bujdoso. Bujdoso again with contact. That pushes Morgatto wide again. A couple more spots lost.
A massive swing now as Morgatto gives the bumper to AJ. AJ Myers rooted out of the way, and the gloves are off now. He knows that the Magic Man is getting a little bit of extra help from his teammate. Bujdoso, all of the drivers included as Kyle Wick now sends it on the inside. GFC to 1st and 2nd, and Morgatto again goes to work on Bujdoso, this time for 3rd.
Yeah, just trying to reset once again. Myers, quick pass on Russo to be able to do so quickly. And right now, give Morgatto credit. He's not been willing to give the chrome horn. He's been trying to do things cleanly to make these passes right now.
He's got a massive run through the 90s. He's tried twice now in turn 4, and Bujdoso has answered with force. And now Andrew's going to cover it off just a little bit going into the corner and try to back him up some more. Here comes AJ, Russo. Again, Josh Conquer's trying to get closer to the main pack here, but he's not quite there. Here comes AJ, trying to make up for the mechanical failure in the pre-final. He's got to run right to Morgatto's rear. He'll look low. Morgatto knows he's there. AJ ends up covering off from Russo as Morgatto sends it deep in the brake zone. With the current standings, Myers still 60 back. Needs to make up some ground. Here's a run. Morgatto with a huge run down the straight. Looks, sees AJ to the right. Bujdoso there. He'll send him off, and he goes off as well. Morgatto sends Andrew Bujdoso into the wall, and he rejoins. And that one, a long time in the making over the course of the first 12 laps. Mateus Morgatto says that's enough. Championship be damned. You're not getting a podium today. Bujdoso, the pole setter, into the wall. Now as he bears on Musgrave, Conquer starting to struggle. Here comes Bailiff to the outside. These two duking it out, back for the 8th position.
And Redden still picking off spot after spot. Takes one from Musgrave for good measure in turn 7.
Was in the championship last year going to round 2. Couldn't make it stick as Russo goes by Myers for 3rd. But you can see he kind of looked to the left there, checking in of where the number 8 sits. He's behind Gulick now in 7th. Gavin Bailiff is close, and so is Conquer, and as well, closing up.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit of a bump there, actually, trying to push Gulick forward. Here we go, trying to make the poke to the inside. Gets the overlap, Musgrave peels his way back into 6th spot.
Morgatto is back in the mix of the pack. He's been able to charge his way past Conquer. Next up's Bailiff, who's going to bring the fight to Gulick. Gavin Bailiff trying to salvage the weekend from 21st on the grid. Mark him up to 7th now. Last corner move against Billy Musgrave in Houston, Texas for round 1. Put Gavin Bailiff in command of the championship, and his home race in Cincinnati didn't go well as Morgatto gets by Gulick now. The tires are roasting, the drivers are tired, and Danny Formal led 24 of 25 laps last year at opening day, and Mateus Morgatto was able to pull a move on him with 3 corners to go to steal the win. Here comes Kyle Wick, his teammate this year, trying to do the same. It has been a struggle. They have shown brightness, they have shown speed. Kyle Wick's even won a heat race this season, but to have a 1-2 run in this fashion, 5 seconds up on the field, it could mean a lot. But Kyle Wick and Danny Formal, they both want to be the one to deliver the number 1 spot to the crew, to Gary Carlton, Sonny Cervelli, and the entire GFC family. And as they head out of the shark fin, the white flag will wave this time. Kyle Wick, a former Pro Tour champ. Danny Formal just got his first IMSA GTD win. He's trying to now back it up with a Pro Shifter win. They're going to drag race down the back straightaway. Kyle Wick to the high side, not there.
Able to get the pole, but able to line back up quickly. Formal trying to defend final time around here at Newcastle. These drivers still keeping close. Back to the defensive layer, to the inside of 4. Wick trying to go for the crossover. Peaks now to his left. Tries to get some overlap for 5 and 6. Doesn't get it quite yet.
Danny Formal back low again in the cell tower. He's parking the bus everywhere he can, trying to make sure he gets the better launch up the gear range, out of the heavy brake zones. Now Wick a little too far back for turn 12. Formal center track going in. Wick with a wider arc trying to carry some speed. Only a couple more opportunities remain. It won't happen in 12.
It's going to be tough to be able to make this pass. If he's able to line something up, it could get close.
Final time out of the shark fin. Kyle Wick is close. Closer still. Down to I-70. He's going to gear up for the run. He'll get close. A little bobble mid-corner. He's still got the slipstream. Formal leads. Down to the inside. Wick finds a nose. Not there. Formal low. Wick high. Final turn. Danny Formal wins the Summer Nationals. And Billy Musgrave further back. P8. Morgatto ahead. It will not matter. For the first time in the Pro Tour history, an American chassis is champion. Billy Musgrave, 33 years young, one of the oldest veterans on the grid. Finally, the last remaining accolade for Billy Musgrave has been ticked off the list. He is the 2025 SKUSA Pro Tour champion.